Hey everyone, in this video, I want to get back to our roots. We started out with building an archive tool for Sharewell, and in this video, I'm going to show how we've added support to archive another system, specifically Ivanti Neurons. Right, so back in 2021, Ivanti bought Sharewell. In 2023, Ivanti announced that Sharewell was going away, but there are also lots of people who are using Ivanti and for one reason or another, leaving the Ivanti Neurons platform to go to other systems. And we want to support that as well. A lot of people moving to some of the other systems that we support from our mail monitoring solution, from our automation solution, things like Halo and GLPI and Invigate and many, many others. There are a lot of great ITSM tools out there. And we want to support whichever direction you're going, archiving a solution like Ivanti, and moving to whatever platform you're going to. So in this video, I'm going to show what our Ivanti archive solution looks like. So let's jump over to the demo screen. And I am going to start out with everything kind of zoomed out. I might zoom in a little bit to show what it looks like on the screen in a little more detail. But here we have my Ivanti Neurons data source. You can see I've added an Ivanti Neurons data source. And I've picked the incident table, but any business object, because Ivanti also calls them business objects. In some places they're called tables, but in a lot of places they're called business objects, just like Sharewell. So any business object is available. So if I remove that search, I can see every single business object here. But we'll start with incident because that's where a lot of demos start. And this grid is showing all of the same fields that you would expect to see in Ivanti. And if we drill into one of these records, let's do this first one right here, we'll see something that looks remarkably like the Ivanti form. And that's intentional. We want this record to look as similarly as possible to what you were used to seeing in Ivanti, so that you can verify that you're looking at the record you expect to be looking at. Now, you'll notice that there are some things that don't look exactly the same. In some cases, we might be continuing to improve and enhance some of the different visual elements that appeared on the Ivanti form. But our priority has been getting you access to the data in the record. So things like the customer, their email address, their organization, the summary, the details of the actual ticket. And then if there's a related master incident, showing you that, related incidents, all of these relationships, those sorts of things. So with that, we've made a lot of progress on being able to archive the Ivanti Neurons system and being able to show you everything that you might want to see from that. Now, this is available in 2.4, which we just released a couple weeks ago. This is available. You can use it, and you can buy it. This is a package that we are selling right now. We do plan on continuing to enhance it. As part of your license, you get those updates and enhancements in 2.5 and 2.6 whenever we would release them. And your feedback is absolutely appreciated. I would even say critical to this process. We want to make sure that this does the right thing that you expect it to do so that you can get access to your data, see your data, and be able to archive it exactly the way you want to. Now, into the nitty-gritty. In order to do this, of course, you need a copy of your database. That means that you get a copy of your database, a backup of your database from Ivanti, which is a bit of a process, but we're happy to help you through that. And with that, it is the entire database. It is a full database backup, which means that anything that you see in Cortex that maybe doesn't look exactly the way you want it to look, that's okay. All of the data is still there. It's just a matter of us showing it. And that's kind of been our philosophy from day one is once you have the data, you can do anything you need to with it. But the critical point is getting the data. If you don't have the data, then you don't have options. But all of our archive solutions start with getting all of the data that you are entitled to get per your contract getting access to that data, having a local archive of that data, and then Cortex becomes just a front end to visualize that data. Anything that you want to see differently, added on, enhanced, things like attachments and related items and other relationships. And there may be some things that, because we are less familiar with the Ivanti Neuron system than with many other systems out there, there might be things that we don't know you can do in Ivanti until we see them in your database, or until you see them in your database. Usually, we don't keep your data. You keep your data. There may be some situations where we want to hop on a phone together and see what you're looking at, so that we can see what we need to do on our end to surface that data. But 100% of what we do in Cortex is driven by what's in your database. Nothing that you saw is hard-coded. Just like with what we did for Sharewell, we make no assumptions about anything that's in the system other than the fact that it is I'm going to say well-behaved, a well-constructed Ivanti system, which means that we assume that there are certain tables that exist that define the system. That doesn't relate to your data. If you don't have an incident table, that's fine. We won't try to show an incident table. If you named your incident table something different, that's fine. It'll show up the way you've named it in Neurons. If you've added custom business objects, that is a thing you can do in Neurons, not just in Sharewell. We will surface them as well. There's nothing hard-coded in the system. It is detecting everything from the database that you provide and you connect the system to. Now, what does that look like? How do you get access to this system? Well, first off, Cortex is downloadable. You can go find the links down in the description below to download the latest version of Cortex. If you want to see a demo of this, you can schedule some time on my calendar. Links down in the video description to do that. And you can talk to us about exactly what that rollout plan looks like. We usually try to time it with when you're going live with your new system, so that everything kind of happens around the same time. But we can certainly help you through that process. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Schedule time on my calendar. Send us an email. Go download Cortex. And we'll probably have some other videos on some of the other more detailed aspects of how we integrate with Ivanti Neurons. And if you have additional questions that you can't get answered through those methods, we do have a weekly users group every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. We also have a Discord server. Links to both of those are in the description below. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe so that you can get notified when we post more content showing off our Ivanti Neurons integration. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in a little bit.